Okay, so welcome to day 10. In this session, we will be discussing about file handling. So one concept which I left. Apart from this, I'll also discuss web scrapping also I'll discuss. Today is day 10. So now my dear people, if I want to store data, if I want to store data, okay, how can I store data? Like so far what you learned. If you want to store data, you can store the data in a variable. This is what we learned, right? Okay, but if I take a is equal to 10, if I execute this, if I close this, okay, now again, if I try to print a, okay, so now it says a is not defined. Why? Because we did not store the data permanently. Okay, we did not store the data permanently, right? So I want to store the data permanently. What I will do? Okay, what I need to do? So if you want to store the data permanently, you have the concept of files. In a particular file, you can store the data permanently. And data will be two different types. Two different in the sense, majority. One type will be text data, other type will be multimedia data, like videos, images, like all this comes under multimedia data. So our discussion is with the text data. I want to store the data. Okay, I want to store the data. If I want to store the data, I have to define in a file. So first of all, you should be aware of how to create a file. Okay, how to create a file, how to write data into that file, how to update that file, okay, how to read the data from that file, how to rename the file, how to remove the file. These operations, you have to be very clear. Okay, everyone. Okay, so just listen. First of all, how to create a file. Okay, how to create a file. Let's see. So now what I will do is, guys, I'll create a separate folder. I'll create. So for example, here in this case, you can see there is file handling folder. I'll remove it. I'll remove it. Okay. So now I'll start a new file. I'll save this file in a separate folder. Why? Because you'll understand like how the file is creating and all. You'll have a very clear understanding. So that's the reason what I will do. I'm just creating file handling. I'll create file handling. Okay. So file handling, I'm just saving this as, I'm saving this as demo.py. I can give any name, right? Demo.py I can give. So now in this demo.py, I need to write a code. I need to write a code. Okay. I need to write a code in which it will make, okay, it will make what it will do. It will create a file. Let's see. So first of all, though file is not available, we have to open that file. I need to open it. Okay, open. Okay, I'll say demo.txt. You can give any name. I'm just giving demo.txt. I'm giving demo.txt. Now demo.txt I need to open. Okay, right? Right? Now demo.txt, if I need to open for the first time, I need to open in the write mode. Okay. Now I'm just giving some variable. Okay. Right? So now you observe, guys. Now if I open it, if I execute this, observe carefully, directly a demo.txt, a file will be created. Let's open this folder. File handling. Okay, demo.txt, a file will be created. So when you're writing it for the first time, when you're trying to open a file, you have to open that file in the write mode. Okay. Now you have to add some data into that. So how can we add? You need to write. So I want to write. I'll say file dot write. I'll say file dot write. Hello people. I'll say file dot write hello people. So now let's see. Okay. Now if you open, now you can see, guys, demo to txt. If you open, like hello people, you're expected, but hello people is not there. Why? Because whenever you open a file, you have to close that file. Then only all your changes will see. File dot close. File dot close. Okay. File dot close. Right? Right? Let me execute this. Now check. Hello people got created. So just please confirm me, guys, how to create a file. Is it clear? How to create a file, is it clear, everyone? Right? How to create a file? Simple. So you have to right? Very good. Now what I want is I want to write. I'll say I'll take one more file. I'll say demo1.py. Now here I'll open that file. We just given file.txt. What is our file name? Demo.txt. Demo.txt. Okay. I need to open in the write mode. Okay. So now I want to write something. I'll say file dot write. I'm writing something. Okay. Now I need to close it. So whatever you written already, if you write it again on the same file, previously whatever you given, that will not be available. That will not be available. That will not be available. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Fine. Simple. But this is not expected. We don't expect this. Why we don't expect this? Why? Because we are writing the files concept. We're writing the file concept. Why? Because I want that to save my data. I want to save the data. I want to save the data. Okay, I want to save the data. If I want to save the data, I cannot rewrite again, right? Right? Which is not possible, which is not practically that file that whatever whatever we need to save the data permanently, that will not be available. Okay, so my dear people, now what I will do is, okay, now what I will do is, instead of writing again, I will, okay, I will append the data. Okay, I'll append the data. So now if I write this again, this hello people will be there. Okay, hello guys will be vanished. You can see it's overwritten. So now whatever you're trying to get it, instead of writing in the right mode, you append it. If you append it, both will be there. Both will be there. Okay, so now you open it. You open it. Demo.txt, you open it. So both will be there. So if you want it in the second line, just give the slash and that will come in the second line. Okay, so if you want to write it, you have to open in the write mode. If you want to append it, difference between write and append. If you append it, whatever the data you written, that will be available. It will not over. Write, append. Okay, so now I want to read the data. I want to read the data. Okay, I want to read the data. So immediately, if you want to read the data, you have to open that file. In the read mode, you have to open that file. Okay, so now let's take a variable. We'll say file.read. So whatever you're reading, you just save it in a variable. You can print the data. You can print the data. You can see read function you have to use. Okay, see, hello people. Hey guys, I'm able to read the data which is given in that file. Okay, so now if you want to mention characters, you can just give that parameter. How many characters you want to read it. Okay, is it clear? You can say read line, the different flavors. Then automatically it will read the first line. If you have it multiple, like if I say read lines, for example, you can see it will convert into a string. It will convert into list. Okay, so this is how you need to read the data. So now, like a particular file is there in this. Okay, like in this operating system, like on the here, we have a particular file. I want to rename it. Okay, I need to remove it. So you have something called OS module. Okay, so now if it is in the same folder, you can directly take it. If you want to rename it, so previously it is demo.txt, right? Demo.txt, right? You can just give it as hello.txt. Hello.txt. Okay, rename demo.txt. You can just rename it as hello.txt. Check. Okay, so just open it. You can see it got converted into hello.txt. It got converted. Now, similar way, you can also remove it. If you want to remove it, you can remove it. Okay, you can remove it. Now, you can see hello.txt. I need to remove it. I can remove it. So now you can go back and you can see there will be no hello.txt file. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Please confirm me, guys. Okay, I hope it's very clear. How to rename, how to remove, write, read, append. Okay, right? Right, fine. So now let's go back. Okay, so from the starting onwards, we are just using the basic ideally we are using. We are using basic ideally we are using. Okay, now this basic ideally, like many people they are asking me, sir, can we use other ideally? People are asking me different ideas. So I told them you're at the starting stage, you write the code, like everything you write it from the start. So now, like for the next 11th day, that will be a workshop on AI and data science. Like to make you ready for that workshop, I want you to install Anaconda software. I want you to install Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so that's the reason. Like before day, okay, I want you to get ready. So that's the reason now, whatever web scraping I told you, whatever web scraping I told you to implement, that web scraping also we will implement in Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so we take Anaconda. So Anaconda is a special distribution of Python. It's like a playground for data science aspirants. Okay, so let's see how to install Anaconda. In that, we'll install Jupyter Notebook, and there we'll continue our next part of our classes. Right? So now let's open Anaconda website. Okay, so from where we get that, let's open. I'll tell you how to install it. Just get ready with that installation, guys. That's it. Anaconda.com or anaconda.org. You can just, okay. So here you have free download option here, but you can see you have to select, okay, which operating system. Based on that, you have to select. You can click on this, automatically download will start. Okay. So you get this kind of a file. You can see like this kind of a file. You can it will be downloaded. This kind of file will be downloaded. Okay, I'll download it. It takes some time. You can see, depends on your internet speed, it will take. If possible, just do along with me. I'll tell the alternative also, don't worry. So I just want to introduce one more IDE before I completing this free session. So that's the reason I'm just selling it. How many people already have Anaconda in your system, guys? It's taking some time, just okay. So once you download this, you can see, guys, 904 MB. Now, okay, it's not completed. Okay, and before that, so Dhaapps is a private limited company, guys. Okay, like many people, they're not aware it's a private limited company. Okay, so why? Because why I'm showing this, because like if we start any paid courses for you to get some clarity, it's a private limited company. Okay. I think it's downloaded. Okay. So one exe file will get it. So when you click on that file, it will ask you to just continue. Okay, next. I agree. Just use the default options, guys. Just go with default options. Okay, just go on next, next. Your installation will be completed. Just don't change anything. Next. It's already there, so that's the reason it is showing. But for you, I hope that folder is empty. So just install. Okay, just install this. Okay, so how many of you already have Anaconda, guys? I think for you people, it takes some time. Okay, this kind of file will be downloaded. So depends on your internet speed. It will take. Once you get it, just install immediately. Okay, so if possible, kindly install immediately. How many of you installing? Please let me know. Are you all installing now? Internet is slow. Okay, shall we continue, guys? Like, will you install later? I hope you can install later. Okay. Okay, fine. So now, my dear people, now just concentrate. Just concentrate, everyone. Now, what we need to do is, let me talk about a few minutes. Let me talk about web scrapping. Web scrapping. Okay. So now, what is this web scrapping? Web scrapping, web crawling. So what is this? You have a website. From that website, you can scrap the data. You can scrap the data. So now, for example, you consider any website you consider. Any e-commerce website you consider. Okay. From that e-commerce website, I want to scrap the data. For example, you have Amazon website, you have. In this Amazon website, there is a page like which has mobile phone page, mobile phone. To have you just like someone kept mobile phone there in that Amazon website. You're seeing the reviews. Okay. There will be a customer name. There will be reviews, right? Like for example, that is in their website. I want to scrap the data from this particular website. Okay. I will be using the data like for other personal things, like personal things in the sense. Like I just want to create a sentimental analysis on that. Like it's my wish. It's my personal wish. But what I want is I just want to scrap the data from this particular website, from Amazon website. Okay, that we call it as web scrap. Web scrap. Okay, web scrap. So in Python, web scrapping, it is possible, but you have to install a library called Beautiful Soup. Okay, Beautiful Soup is the library which you need to install. Okay, which you need to install. Okay, so now, my dear people, just understand, just try to understand. Now, in this, Beautiful Soup is not any default module. Like, first of all, you have to install it. After that, you have to import it. You have to install it, you have to import it. Okay, that you need to do. Now, how to install it? How to install a library, Beautiful Soup library, what we need to do. To install it, okay, to install it, if you are writing in this normal IDLE, you can install using pip. Okay. And first of all, like before entering into that, like how many of you are installing, guys? How many people install Anaconda software? How many people install Anaconda software? Please let me know. How many of still installing? Okay, so many people still they are installing. Okay, okay, I understood. Many people still you are installing. Okay, okay, fine, 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 fine. Okay, no issue, no issue. Okay, so let me give you what are the things needed. What things are needed exactly to implement web scraping? Okay, we'll keep it inside. Okay, it's like see, don't worry. I will make sure that you understand the concepts. Okay, so today we'll make our platform ready. Okay, so tomorrow we will implement the overall thing. Okay, that we will do. Right? So why? Because like when I said, do you want me to conduct the class at 9:30, 9:40, 10 o'clock? Few people said okay. And few people they said, sir, please continue that tomorrow. Okay. I just want to satisfy both of you. Okay. So as usual, I'll take the session. I'll end it 10:30. I'll end it. Okay. So first of all, what is this Anaconda? So you open that file. I hope that installation you are doing it. Okay. If you have any issue with the installation, you can get back to me. Right. After that, so we'll see what exactly this Anaconda. Okay, so you have to know about this, guys. If you're a Python aspirant or if you're a data science aspirant, definitely Anaconda is very good thing for you. Okay, so go through this. Okay, so what exactly it is? Just spend some time on this. Anaconda.com. You can see. So what are the solutions it can do? Okay, so everything what it can do, like what all it, how it will be supporting data science and AI platform, how it became. Okay, what exactly it do? Just spend some time. Okay. So anaconda.com, like you can see, you can also get into this anaconda.org. Okay. Like few people. Okay. Why data scientists? For data scientists. What exactly it can do? Right? So if you are aware of, like for example, NumPy, okay, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, all these libraries which are used to implement data science applications are available in this Anaconda by default. Just kindly, you can just go for this two, like anaconda.com, you can see there, okay, what it can do. Okay, so kindly today spend some time on this Anaconda. Okay, you'll come to know what exactly it will do. To make it shortcut, Anaconda contains some distributions, few packages which are important, many packages, not some, which are which implement data science. Okay, fine everyone, right? Okay, let's see. Today you need to spend some time on this Anaconda, guys. Okay, now, okay. So you understood some Anaconda. I hope by this time you install. Still, if you not install, just you can practice from tomorrow. Okay. So if your system, if it is not 8 GB, 8 GB RAM, like less than 4 GB, for example. Okay. You have one more thing called Google Colab. You can also use Google Colab. So once you install Anaconda successfully, okay. So when you type this Anaconda, you get something called Anaconda Navigator. This will be installed, guys. Anaconda Navigator will be installed. Now, Anaconda Navigator, when you click on it, you can see there will be internally many applications which will help us to practice. Okay, so almost all the IDs is available here. It will take some time. Don't double click or triple click. Just click once and wait for some time. It will open. It will open. Okay, so this will open like this. So initially you get you get install you get how it is installed in the similar way you get install. So what we thought will implement in Jupyter notebook. Okay, you can see all these are available. So we'll deal with Jupyter notebook, which will be very easy for us to implement upcoming. So whatever the Python needed for data science or the data science implementations, we'll do it in Jupyter notebook. Just launch it. Okay, launch it. Install and launch. If you're opening it for the first time, just install it. After that, just launch it. Okay. I hope you people are able to see that Jupyter notebook. The people who already installed, okay, I hope you're able to see that Jupyter notebook. I hope you are launched it. Please confirm me, guys. Right, to install. Now, so now automatically it will open this kind of a page. right? This kind of a page it will open. Now here we have to code. Click on new Python 3. Okay. Okay, you can name this. You can name this and you can write. In each cell, we can write. Each cell we can implement. Okay, one single program you can implement. In each cell we can implement. Okay, one program, right? So now, for example, now I'll say print hello world. I can write here. I can execute. So here I can write one more program. So for practicing, the Jupyter notebook will be very easy. Okay, if you don't have like more configuration laptop, you can also get it from Google Colab. Okay, so in Google Colab, you're working with the cloud. Okay, so similar feeling you get. You can just create a new notebook. You can write the code. Okay, similarly, how it is looking in the similar way it will look. You can write code here. Okay, so the people who can install Anaconda notebook, kindly install. Otherwise, you can use this. Okay, but for the next workshop, okay, I'll announce it soon. You have to get ready with all these things. Okay, installation is okay. Please confirm me, guys. I hope installation is very clear. How to install it's clear. Right. So now, okay, so we have IDE. We are going to implement web scrapping through Jupyter Notebook. Okay, to implement Jupyter Notebook, to implement web scrapping, I told you, you need one important library, Beautiful Soup, and at the same time, you need one more module, request. These two needed. Okay, so let's see what is this Beautiful Soup, where we get this Beautiful Soup. Now, any package like, okay, you have to visit this package, library, modules. Okay, so all these are one in, like internal, like for example, group of modules, you call it as a package. Okay, so nothing is. So now here, Beautiful Soup. This is the library. Okay, so now let's see. These are all the Beautiful Soup related libraries, right? So now you can see Beautiful Soup, see the version Jan 17, 2024, latest version. Okay, so now you can see if you want to install with in your Python, like whatever, like normal regular Python. So there, so now for example, let's see guys, I just want to implement, I'll say import. So in this file, if I want to use it, before using, I need to install it guys. Before using, I need to install it. Okay. Now see, For example, if I say here, import, like beautiful soup, if I need to implement, if I need to import first, okay, if I want to import it. So before importing, what I need to do, I need to install it. Why? Because it does not came from Python software. I need to, I need to import it. Before importing, I need to install it. Okay. So now here what I'm doing, I'm installing in normal ideally, but where we're implementing with Jupyter Notebook. You can also do with this or do with that also. You can. Okay. So this beautiful soup, if you want to implement, just go to this command prompt. You can type this. Okay. It will, okay, it will install. So in my system, it says requirement already satisfied. Requirement already satisfied. It means what? In my system, I already have. Right? You can also practice. Here also you can practice. Normal Python. Normal Python also you can practice web scrapping. But my main intention is what? I want you to implement data science related projects. So that's the reason. So today I want you to install. Requirement already satisfied. Okay, so let's implement in normal ideally. Anyway, like complete data science projects will be saying in this Jupyter notebook only. Let's see. Okay, so that you get some more confidence. Like why? Because some people did not install, some people already installed. Why that confusion? Let's go with this. I'm just giving it some random name. So I need to import it. If I try to import it, like so beautiful soup, whatever you're installing, okay, so that will be available in the form of BS4. So if you want to install it, if you want to import it, beautiful soup, you have to import it from the BS4 module. You have to be very clear with the spellings, guys. Okay. So now you can see you're executing. Let me run this. You're not giving any error. Okay, why? Because in my system you already have. But once you try, guys, don't import, don't install, don't type that pip install. But before that pip install, I shared the code. Just try to implement. You get no module found error. You get. Okay, and the same thing in Jupyter notebook. Okay, you're executing. So now, like this, we already learned in our modules concept, right? We are importing. This is we are importing. So after that, what I told you, we need one more module request. This is a default module directly we are importing. We are not installing anything. Okay. The same thing you can also write it here. You can write it here, right? You can see I'm not import request. I'm executing. Why this request module? Okay, so here no module name. Like see guys, you have to remember one thing. When you get like this, when you say no module found error, for every project you get it like this. If you get no module found error, immediately, okay, what we need to do, get into this. Okay, so here, what is that module name? Request, right? Okay, request. It's in request. You can see you have multiple versions. Okay, pip install request. Now you open the command prompt. You just type it. You type it. So now it's installing. Okay. Now, if you execute this, previously we got no module error, but now we did not get. So you have to understand one thing. Any project you take, if you are implementing any task, first of all, what exactly it needed, what modules, what packages it needed, you have to get ready. Okay. After that, you need to implement. Is it clear, everyone? Please confirm me. Okay. I hope you are able to understand. Right? So, right? Is it clear? Right, everyone? So, my dear people, there is a chance of getting a errors in Anaconda and Jupyter notebook. Why? Because you see that you have proper internet connection. All the libraries must be installed. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? So, install Anaconda Jupyter notebook, launch it, and just kindly for to implement web scrapping, we need beautiful soup and request module. Just import them and get ready for the next session. Tomorrow, I will be considering, I will be taking web scrapping implementation. I'll do that. Is it clear? Fine. Okay, it's already 10:33. Okay, fine, everyone. Will you ready by importing all these modules and all? Please confirm me. Right, everyone? Okay. So I'll put it on the YouTube, guys. Don't worry. Okay. We'll meet again tomorrow.